there's a big sector still. So eye on that as well. First rates coming through, 25,200 on the Nifty. The Nifty Bank is up about 0.25%. And you've got the mid-cap and small-cap indices which will show up as well. But they're flat, at least in the first rates that are coming up on your screen. So not very much at all on either of the four indices that we typically look at. Right out of the gate, stocks are still opening. Maybe it's just too early to look at market breadth, but it's kind of evenly matched as we begin this particular session. Just a quick heat map, which will give you a snapshot view of how many are up and down in the Nifty 50 stocks. So it's mostly all about, 40-odd names are lower, and you got about 11 names which are actually higher at this point in time. I can spot some financials at the bottom of the screen, so let's get to stocks. Rima.
Well, the top gainer is HDFC Bank. The street is excited with the bonus announcement. Stock is up 1%. HDFC Life, top line looked good. Margins were a bit subdued, but the stock is up and about in trade. And SBI Life, that too is moving up in company. SBI Life is a gain of nearly about 0.5%. HCL Tech was the top Nifty loser yesterday. It fell by more than 3%. There hasn't been a recovery in HCL Tech. I don't think it's fallen more, but it's a flat opening for HCL Tech after yesterday's fall. On the way down, Reliance Industries is struggling. Remember, it comes out with numbers on Friday, post-market hours, and ahead of that, Reliance is under pressure. Shriram Finance is seeing a big fall. In fact, that's the only one with a fall of more than 1%, and it's straight away 4% gone on that. Did I miss the news on Shriram Finance? 4% down, large volumes. And no other stock is showing this kind of an exaggerated move, either, on the way down. So at least Shriram Finance is, seeing a big fall. Outside of that, Cipla, Bajaj Finance, Hindalco, JSW Steel, and ICICI Bank. Metals too appear to be a tad on the back foot.
Well, that's right. A few stocks in the broader markets that are catching your eye. Coffee Day, the stock is up 10%. So big volume out there. That's coming up, one of the top volume movers. Biocon, the stock has relatively underperformed if you look at it for the last few years. But now that biosimilar getting a green signal, the street likes it. And that's why, in fact, that stock is up and about in today's trading session. Hathway Cable opens up with a gain of around 4%. Network 18 is up close to around 5%. Due disclosures, please note. Both those two are doing quite well. Edelweiss Financial, well, that one as well is up close to around 2%. These are all the top volume movers. HDB Financial, that's reacting negatively to its results. I think we should get that one as well up for you on the screen. It's seen a 2% downtick. And Diffusion Engineers, that's one of the new listings out there. That's up close to around 5% as we speak. So good up move is what we're seeing on that one, on fairly large volumes as well. In terms of losers, yeah, I think Shriram Finance, that's the one that's calling for attention. And Newland Laboratories, I think this week it's up 20%, even after the 4% pullback that you're seeing. So some kind of cooling off after the big run, as is the case with ITD Cementation as well. Stock now down 3.5%.
Absolutely. So it's quite a start. Nifty, the bank's index is doing much better. With 57,130. The Nifty is slightly lower at about 25,160 at this point. Small caps are doing up. They're up about about 1/3%. Maybe if you can just quickly look at the IT index, and then we'll move on as to see what's happening in the rest of the space. I mean, IT index absolutely flat.